Hello everyone, this is Russell Lowe speaking, and I'm going to just run through a quick tutorial on how to create a post-processing effect in VR and have that effect be triggered when you pick something up. So to do that, I looked at two tutorials. The first one was how to toggle post-processing effects on and off. And this is by Totally Unreal, both on YouTube. And the second one is how to communicate between two blueprints. So when you have something happening in one blueprint and you need to get some effect of that happening in another blueprint, this is what you can do. Use these interaction and interface blueprints. And Tesla Dev does a whole range of tutorials, and I highly recommend if you see one of his tutorials, go for that one first. So back to the motion controller map. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the BP pickup cube, and we'll use that base functionality. We'll right click and we'll go duplicate, and let me call this pickup Jin. The student who's working on this project wants this to be a post-processing effect that makes it feel like you're drunk when you pick up this bottle of gin, and let's just drag that into the world. And just so we know what it is, let's just say one. Let's just say one. Okay, so that'll do that. We could replace this static mesh with a bottle or whatever you like, but I just wanted to differentiate it from these ones so we know what we're doing. So now we've got a pickup. What we need to do is have a look at the motion controller pawn, and in this one we can do a few things. We've got this handle controller input section here, so when you grab something and release it, it picks it up and drops it. So in the add component, we can add a post-processing. So post-process component, and I'm just going to call this, well, just leave it post-process. Oh no, let's call it jitter. Okay. So we call this jitter, and if we go across into its settings, we come down to lens and click on grain jitter and turn that up to 1. Click on grain intensity and go that, stick that up to 1 as well. We tried just doing this one first, but didn't do anything, so we clicked both of those, and we got the full jitter effect. And so what that does is just add a grainy effect over the whole screen. So we'll grab this and drag it, a reference to it, into the world, and then we want to make it take those or turn it on and turn it off. And this is from the first tutorial. Pull out a lead there and go blend. And what we want is set blend weight. So click that one, and then we can make it trigger here, and the blend weight can be 1 when you grab it, and Control C and Control V to copy that, bring it down, connection here, and we'll turn it to 0 when you release the actor. So currently, just for the left grabbing joystick, if you press the grab, which I think is the left trigger, it comes through and sets the blend weight of your jitter to 1. Actually, we should turn this to 0. Blend. Let's just type in blend. Blend weight, so it defaults to 1, which means it's on. So we should turn that to 0. And so it starts off you grab something, it turns it on, you drop that thing, and it turns it back to 0 again. So that would do if you grabbed. It's pretty much going to grab everything, but we just want this effect or work when you grab everything. We want this effect to happen just when you pick up the gin bottle, not everything, or the gin blueprint at least. So let's open up the gin blueprint, and you can see in the gin blueprint we've got an event pickup and an event drop, and so that's when it's going to attach to the component, and the component in this case is the motion controller stuff. So we could have it happen after this for our little gin bottle. Now, what we want to do is we want to be able to communicate from here over to the motion controller pawn, and to do that, we need to implement an interface and some functions inside that interface. So the interface that we've already got, you can see this is talking to or getting messages from an interface already. So we might as well just extend that one, and that's called. Does it tell you here? I don't know if it can pick up. Yeah, okay. So I just double clicked on that and it brought me through to the interface. And I've actually created both these already. So I'll just delete them. So the pickup act interface just has two functions in it, pick up and drop. And so if we just add some more, so we'll add pick up gin, hit enter, and add another one, so drop gin. That's all we have to do there, compile and save that. And so we've got this interface that's going to let us talk between blueprints. We need to make sure that the blueprints are listening for that sort of talk. So in our BP pickup gin, it's carried over a reference to the interface already. So if I click on class settings, you can see across here it's got interface in the details panel. It's got interfaces and pickup actor interface. So pickup actor. So we've got that one already listening for stuff from this interface. So what we need to do is go to the motion controller pawn and go into its class settings. Remove that search filter, and actually let me delete it. Okay, so this is what you'd be faced with. There's no interfaces that are implemented here. So if we want to add one, we click on this and go. I guess we can search pickup act interface. You could search, or you could just find it. Pickup act interface, and that just re-implemented it again. Compile that. So now this one can listen for messages coming from the pickup. So let's go back to this BP pickup gin. I just every so often I'll compile things just to make sure they're all working nicely. We want a begin play at some point. So the first thing we need to do is send a message across. So when the event pickup is fired, the pickup stuff happens, specifically related to the pickup gin blueprint, not just every pickup, but now just the pickup gin blueprint. We want to fire off an event, and we want to send a message to the motion controller via this pickup actor interface. So if we pull a trigger out here and go pick up gin, there we go, pick up gin message. That'll send a message out to that interface, and anything that's listening for that will be able to fire events off. So, and we want, while we're here, this is our detach from actor part. So why don't we just do a drop-gen message. So I'll send that drop-gen message and they're going to be fired. So where do we send it to? Well, we want to send it to the motion controller pawn. So to do that, we have to get a reference to that motion controller pawn. And this is how you do that. So you go into the event begin play and you pull out I don't know what you call these things, a wire. And we're going to say get all actors of class. Get all actors of class. And this one will just let the pickup gin blueprint find a reference to this other blueprint. And so actor class, and we want to scroll down to we'll just search, shall we? Motion controller pawn. There we go. And then we want to just get get actor array bounds. Nope, that's not it. Get let's just we want to sometimes the context sensitive thing helps and sometimes it doesn't. Don't think we want to do that. That's what I did just before. Okay, I just said get a reference, and it's reference number 1. So that's so what this does is make an array with all of these actor classes in it, or all of the things that are in that actor class. It'll create an array out of them. We've only got one in that class, so we just need the first one, and that's 0. So that's going to get the first one on the list, and we'll just put that into the target, and we can put that into the target here. We could create a variable so we don't have to drag these wires all over the place, but this is a bit more straightforward. Actually, let me do that again. So just get array, get a reference. I wonder if I just say get array reference. Get array, get a ref. Yeah. What about get ref? Yeah. So if you say get array and then get array reference down here, that's what you needed to do for that. Sorry for dragging that out. So we'll compile that. So it's going to send a message through pickup gin. So if we go back to the motion controller pawn, and let's just hit Alt to break those connections. And what we want to do is we want to set get an event. And so if we just maybe we'll pull back on this and go pickup gin event pickup gin. And so when that gets fired into the pickup gin, it sends a message to the interface. This is listening to the interface, and we can shoot off these events. So we do this one to go drop. Drop these. Event drop gin. It's good if you can type properly. Event drop gin. And that's what's going to trigger the jitter effect to go off. So we compile this. I can't show you this part because it's in VR, but if we were to jump in the game, pick up this guy here, the whole screen will go all jittery, all flickery. If you then drop it, it goes back to normal again. All right. Hope that's clear. I'll put the links to those other tutorials that you should do before this one in the comment section of the video on YouTube and on the blog. And go hard. Cheers.